one of the things I've got in trouble for saying, which is true anyways, is that you don't grow up till you have kids. And people who don't have kids, who think they're growing up, take exception to that. And I can understand why, but I don't really care, because you're not mature until someone matters more than you do. And that, unless there's something wrong with you, like seriously wrong, and that happens to people, if you have kids, that will happen to you. You know, and you might say you could be committed to something else with equal intensity. It's like, yeah, maybe. I doubt it, but maybe. The relationship you have with your child will be the only relationship you ever have in your life that starts with the following presumption. There's nothing that child wants more than to have the best possible relationship with you. They 100% want that. That's right on the table for you. You know, now people find that daunting and they're afraid of it, and no wonder, but it's an unbelievably high quality relationship. Because you're contending with their fragility, there's errors that the consequence of your errors are radically multiplied. Right, and it's not just you that's on the hook for your stupidity. It's your kids, and they're not responsible for your stupidity. You might be, but, you know, so if you conduct yourself in a manner that makes them suffer, well, then you're contributing to the suffering of the innocent, that's for sure. And so, you know, you become aware of that. And that, I mean, part of your question has to be answered in part by discussing what it means to be mature. The more forward-looking you are, the more mature you are. The more your actions in the present are bound by the future. That's one definition of maturity. The other element of maturity is that it's not about you. Like, it's partly about you, but it's just as much about your wife, and it's just as much about your kids, and then your community. One of the disservices that the psychological and psychiatric community have done in the last 100 years is imbue people with the conviction that mental health is something that's in your head and that's yours. That's complete bloody nonsense. That isn't how it works at all. Like, you can't be mentally healthy if your wife is miserable. Well, that's not in your head. Your stability is dependent on the harmony of your social surround, and it's dependent on the integration of the present with the future. And the more mature you are, the better you are at taking all that into account at every moment.